Should a man who stole $8 billion serve 25 years in prison? That's the central question I'm tackling today. A warm welcome from inside one of our producers' cars outside the Southern District Courthouse here in Lower Manhattan, because my assignment today was covering the trial of Sam Bankman-Fried. But let me catch you up from the last behind the scenes clip I posted from, again, standing outside covering the Trump trials. That was Monday. Tuesday morning, I get one of these early morning phone calls. Many reporters will find this familiar, saying that there's been a tragedy. There was a bridge collapse in Baltimore, and I was one of the correspondents deployed to head down from New York to cover it. So I pack what we have is called a go bag. It's your luggage, it's clothes for a couple days, it's all your toiletries, and I head out the door. The quickest mode of transport to get to Baltimore was on the train because flights wouldn't get me there in time. And a couple hours into this train ride, I get a call again from the powers that be saying that that's Ash just making sure that I'm close and ready because I have another hit to do in a moment, a live hit. But saying that I didn't need to go because another correspondent who they didn't realize was in the area, was there, was closer to the story, and was ready to go. So I get off the train at the next platform, take the next train back to New York, and it wasn't even 10 a.m. by that point. Wednesday, I was back in the broadcast center, anchoring the stream, covering the big stories. Today was covering the sentencing for that former crypto king, Sam Bankman-Fried. Back in the fall, I covered his trial, and it was extensive. One thing I want to let you know about this courthouse here in the Southern District is you cannot take your phones, your iPads, and your devices inside. You come through what it feels like airport security. It's U.S. Marshals who are the security here, and you have to give in your devices. Depending on how many devices you give in, they give you a poker chip. You then take your devices and that poker chip to the next stand, who take your devices and the poker chip, and they give you a number, which is the cubby hole your devices are inside. I say all of that to emphasize that you can only write down by hand whatever happens and commit it to memory. 2 minutes from now, gotta go. And so this is my notebook from covering the Sam Bankman-Fried trial back in the fall. You're not going to be able to see this very well, but we're talking about pages and pages with highlights, testimony from 3 of his employees who pleaded guilty to their role in the scheme and said he made them do it all. Then you had Sam Bankman-Fried's testimony where he was evasive. He didn't answer questions directly. He really didn't admit that he was the mastermind of a plan that led to millions of people losing millions of dollars. I mean, the total was $8 billion. So today was just the sentencing. The jury only took 4 hours to find him guilty back then. I reported this all over the place for CBS News. And so watching everything happen today was remarkable because after all of that, knowing that he could have faced many decades in prison, he made a statement in which he said, hey, customers' money was always available then and it's available now, which is debatable. His legal team said, actually, his customers lost nothing because the value of crypto has jumped by hundreds of %, and therefore they're going to get all their money back. Plus, Judge Lewis Kaplan, he's a 30-year veteran of the bench. He didn't buy any of it. He immediately said, that's not an argument I accept. He went on to say, and I've got my notes here, I want to look back at them, but I've got to get out the car momentarily. He said that based on testimony, he actually believes that a motif of the entire case comes down to this phrase from Caroline Ellison, who was Sam Bankman-Fried's girlfriend and employee as well. She described him as taking huge coin flips. Even if the risk was extremely high, he would still go for it. The quote was, he would flip a coin on the chance of a huge upside, even if tails means the world is destroyed. Judge Kaplan repeated that word for word in the courtroom today, and then led to, announce the judgment of 25 years behind bars. He's recommending a medium security prison near his parents, near Sam Bankman-Fried's parents in Northern California. And so that's why I lead to this question. It's controversial because some people feel that that's too excessive for a math genius whose intelligence should be used in other parts of the world, while the opposite side of that are people like one victim I spoke with who said he's still going through financial distress. He lost $2 million and he knows 3 people who committed suicide because of the collapse of the company. But it does make you think white collar crimes are serious. It impacts people's lives. So is 25 years a fair sentence for Sam Bankman-Fried? These are the issues we tackle. I gotta go.